Hey, Shalom Israel, Most High Christ bless y'all.
Shalom, shalom.
We back at it again, LA Live. Oh, here though.
Listen, we are out here to do another episode of Cuts from the Streets.
Okay, I'm like, why we got the IUIC TV shirts on?
Yeah.
That's the reason why. Cuts from the Streets, right? So, today's topic, Passover. Passover is right around the corner, Israel. Now, our people don't really celebrate Passover. But one thing they do celebrate, Easter. That's what they do celebrate, right?
Yeah, 100%.
So, what you think we're going to get, from Israel today?
Yeah, we gonna get a whole lot of I don't knows and a whole lot of I'm finna go paint that egg tomorrow.
Right. 100%, right? And you sparked something. Eggs, rabbits.
That don't equal Jesus if we calculate the math.
All right, Israel, stay tuned. Another edition of Cuts from the Streets. What's your name?
Token.
I got Token with me. All praises, all praises. So the topic is about Passover, right? And you said you don't know about Passover, right?
I never heard of it.
All right, but you heard of Easter though, right?
For sure.
All right, so let me ask you this. What is Easter about?
It's a resurrection day, correct?
I don't know, you tell me.
I don't know. Resurrection day? Sunday, first Sunday or last Sunday, right at April, March. I really don't know too much.
That's all good.
I know the eggs, you do the Easter hunts. That's all I really know.
Today I'm here with
Ja or James.
I'm here with Ja or James. Listen, my name is Zara. Nice to meet you, bro. So listen, what we out here doing, we are talking to our people about what they got going on this Sunday. What you doing?
Man, I'm praising Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. That's for 100% sure. Making sure I give him my grace for what he's done for us, especially for the struggle for the 400 years we've been waiting on him. So I'm definitely just getting ready for the great party for this weekend so we can party for his life.
I got my brother
Joseph.
My brother Joseph. So my brother Joseph, right? The topic's about Easter. Do you celebrate Easter?
As of now, no, I do not no longer. I don't partake in any of man's made holidays no more.
That's a good answer. Now, I gotta ask you a question. Because a lot of people ain't smart like you. A lot of people don't educate themselves. So, let me ask you, why don't you partake in celebrating pagan holidays?
There you go. You just said the key component right there. I don't celebrate paganism, so that's all that is.
Yeah, I don't do things like that, so I would have no knowledge of these things.
I mean, all holidays are man-made. It's more meant for you to spend. They didn't took the blessings away from the stuff, and it really was no blessings to a lot of it. The things that were, it's been tied in. All the pagan Christianity has been tied in. So it's hard to, is again what got me out of church eventually was when you look up there and the man ain't living them words he's talking, you see them two things don't differentiate. But I still believe in God and I'm still a godly man, but I just don't celebrate none of these man-made holidays.
Today I'm here with
Devin Mays.
We got Devin with us, right? So today, Devin, we are talking about what are you celebrating this Sunday?
Easter. Easter's the holiday that's, this Sunday that we're celebrating. But, I mean, I'm not going to necessarily celebrate it, but, I acknowledge the holiday. You feel me? Just with no disrespect to anyone.
So why is it that you're not going to celebrate it?
I mean, it's not even so much as I'm not going to celebrate it, because I understand, this Sunday is the day that Jesus rose from the dead. In biblical terms, this is that day. And, but it's for me, that's the day I'm gonna go work. If my girl is available, I'm gonna hang out with her. It's not trying to be I guess it's just another day, honestly. But I respect to every religion, to whoever, you feel me? This is a day that we celebrate, but I just, it's not that big of a deal to me. And that may sound bad, but I'm just being real because I know there's a lot of people who gonna sit there and be like, oh yeah, I'm you know, I did my 40 days of Lent, Yeah, okay. You saying that on camera, but you're not really, you know, so I'm just being real.
I gotta ask you a question. What animal lay eggs?
Chickens.
Chickens lay eggs, y'all. Now, Easter, right?
It's bunnies.
Ah, you said what?
It's bunnies.
Do bunnies lay eggs, Israel?
Nah.
They don't.
Hey.
Typically, when people go out and celebrate Easter, what are the customs that people typically have when they celebrate that specific
A
holiday?
lot of pagan customs actually with the eggs and with the searching for money, you know, because that's not what Jesus is about. I don't believe Jesus is about going and hunting for money and eggs and doing the things that a pagan would do, you know, striving for Baal.
Facts.
Because I believe in bear down. I believe in being to the ground, to the earth. And when you're trying to strive and teach kids about going Easter hunting and you can find $1 in this one, $5 in this one, now it's not about Jesus, it's about money. Now it's not about being a good person, it's about, oh, how can I come up? And I don't think that's a good Easter practice in my opinion. That's the only thing.
They do something with Easter for the kids too. It's like, and it's all sacrificial religion and stuff. It's like I said, I seen it all. As a kid, we celebrated. I had my kids celebrate it.
You said as a kid, right?
Yeah.
As a kid, what did you do?
Easter egg hunt.
Easter egg hunt, right?
Yeah, you color eggs, you Easter egg hunt.
Now, does a rabbit lay eggs?
Nah. Key component. Rabbit don't lay eggs, chickens do.
So that's 100%
Hey,
accurate.
a man-made bird lays the eggs. So if they tell you an Easter laid eggs and you over here believing a man-made story, that lets you know what these men make do. You feel me? Exactly.
100% right.
I think that the idea of Jesus church, going to church and being good on that way, but when you're at church and the church itself is having Easter egg hunts and the more thing is having, besides the prayer of like the resurrection, which is important because it's coming back from ego death.
What the hell is even that?
And I, you know, that's just with no disrespect to anyone's beliefs, because I completely understand. Like,
Hey, you don't gotta keep saying that.
you know,
I know you feel like bullets is about to fly through the camera right now, but you don't gotta say that. You don't gotta. You know what I mean? I want you to just tell the truth.
You have to tell the truth, son.
At the end of the day, and you said a lot of heavy stuff. You know what I mean? It is just actually just another day, and we're gonna get that real quick. You believe in the Bible?
Yeah.
All right, let me show you something.
The book of Sirach, chapter 33, verse 7. It says, why doth one day excel another, when as all the light of every day in the year is of the sun?
So the Bible's asking, why is one day bigger than another, better than another, right? When every day looks the same. The sun goes up, the moon comes out, and then it keeps rotating like that, right? Read on.
By the knowledge of the Lord,
By the knowledge of who?
by the knowledge of the Lord, they were distinguished, and he altered seasons and feasts.
So God is the one that alters seasons and feasts. So he lets us know days that we're supposed to celebrate and days that we're not, right? Read on.
Some of them hath he made high days,
So some days, God says that he made high days. Days to be celebrated, exalted, have a feast on, a party celebration. Read on.
and hallowed them, and some of them hath he made ordinary days.
So some have he made ordinary days. I'm going to tell you this Sunday is actually just another ordinary day, because Christ never told us to celebrate Easter.
A lot of our people have not been taught Passover, because Passover is the deliverance of the Israelites, of us. So we don't get taught that, because they want us to keep us.
You don't get taught a lot of stuff about us.
Like
That's
you
the
said,
key
it's
component.
about money.
It's about
all
money.
about money.
It's about money, and again, your oppressor is not gonna show you who you really are.
Yes, sir. This nigga spit.
And in these last few years, I found me again.
All praises.
So all God's inside of you. All God is inside of you. Is that's where God is, because He built you. So He's in your DNA code. It's about you to live by them 10 commandments. You live by them 10 commandments, and God will treat you right.
You know what's so
protect
crazy?
you, trust me.
You know, you said something that's heavy, because that's what God says. It says, ye are gods. Hey, let me get that right quick. I'm gonna give you 3 scriptures and I'm gonna get you up out of here. So,
The book of Psalms, chapter 82, verse 6. I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are the children of the Most High.
what else?
But ye shall die like men.
So the Lord says that we are gods, but he said we should die like men. The reason why we die like men, you black man, Hispanic man, because you celebrating Easter. We ain't supposed to be celebrating, like you said, that pagan day.
We ain't supposed to fall into their wicked temptations.
Exactly,
Once
you 100%
start
right.
living
Okay, but at the end of the day, you mentioned the fact that it had a lot of pagan customs, right? So now, the day from the beginning, I'm going to tell you who Easter is actually named after. Easter is named after a goddess named Ishtar.
Or Esther.
Or Esther.
Exes, yeah.
I'm glad that you know and understand that, right? It's the goddess of what?
Lust.
The goddess of fertility. The goddess of, yeah, you know what I mean? Exactly. So with that, that's why you have things like the bunny rabbits.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like
That's,
skateboards.
yeah, you know, exactly. So that's why you have things like the bunny rabbits.
Yeah.
You got the eggs and everything like that.
So that's like the fertility of the internals. And it also
Absolutely.
looks like the devil. If you look at the ovaries and the women and it looks like Baal or the goat. Or because the golden goat was a big story when they had the Book of Enoch or whatever. And the eggs are on the ends of the horns, and then you can have the urethra and all.
I wanna go home.
To take from Jesus and what he did on the cross is to make it about the people it's not even about. Because who set Jesus up in the first place? It wasn't Judas, because Judas did it off of the love that he had for somebody else.
Oh, Jesus, see me through this.
What that look like to you?
Wow, Easter eggs.
Easter eggs, but really what it look like?
balls.
Or breasts.
Oh,
It's
An
really breast.
eggplant.
Right, it's really breast. So
wow.
that's what we don't understand. These false days that they give us, it's all pagan.
so the eggs represents the breast.
Goddess of fertility.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Now, this is a Google search, real quick. All it says is Easter pagan?
It says Easter is associated with Christianity and to a pagan spring festival.
A what?
A pagan spring festival that dates back long before Christ.
So Easter is actually a holiday that dates back before Christ was even on the earth. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I feel like a lot of people celebrate things that they don't truly have a lot of knowledge on, you know, so like, I didn't know that, like, genuinely, and just, yeah, that's how I feel. Like, that's news to me, and I'm sure that's news to a lot of people.
Token, we didn't know that. But look, now, when we was talking, you said you didn't know about Passover, right?
Nah, I don't know what that is.
All right, so Passover is when the Israelites were delivered from Egypt. You ever heard about the Israelites being delivered? Moses?
Yes.
Okay, so Passover is what we're supposed to be celebrating. That's ordained by God. That's a commandment of God. When you think of spring, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Oh my God, it's fresh.
This is on spirit. It's fresh, right? So that's what we celebrated Monday night, was the new moon, the beginning of our new year, the Israelite year. So I'm going to show you this in the Bible. Watch, Rick, come on.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 10 and verse 10. Also, in the day of your gladness, and in your solemn days, and in the beginnings of your months.
So the beginnings of our months, what our people don't understand is the word month comes from moon. So the moon is how we dictate our days, the seasons, the days we celebrate based off the moon. So the moon Monday night was the beginning of was the first moon, which was the beginning of the first year for the Israelites.
You already know that Easter is named after the pagan goddess Ishtar, or Esther, right?
Estrogen, Esther, same difference.
So because we know that, it's named after her. It also involves bunnies, which have nothing to do with Christ, and eggs, which have nothing to do with Christ. They set up all these mascots and things, but try to mask it with Jesus Christ. We're saying, oh, we're celebrating the resurrection of Christ.
Similar to like the chicken or the egg type of thing. Like what came first, and then you're talking about science there, and that's not God.
That's not God.
That's not how it worked.
That's not how it worked.
Made us.
So listen to this right here. Read that.
The book of Job, chapter 14, verse 4. Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one.
Not what?
Not one.
So God is letting us know who can bring a clean thing out of something that's initially unclean.
Only God. And that's Jesus Christ.
No, he says not what? Read that again.
Not one.
Not
Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean? Not one.
So God says nobody.
No woman that had any baby outside of God is.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Not on January 1st.
Not
December
January 1st.
31st.
Not-
January 1st.
That's the god of Janus. Like Easter is the god of Ishtar when you go back and do your research.
Y'all just put me on.
Oh, praise it.
Yeah.
The Lord put you on. He
Yeah.
put us all on game, so
He
we
sent
trying
y'all.
to.
God-
Yeah,
God
exactly. He sent us to share the word. So Deuteronomy 16:1. So this is about Passover. So the Lord told Moses to tell the Israelites, us, when we see the moon, which was Monday night, that was the beginning of the Israelite year. We're supposed to blow trumpets, right? Now he's going to explain Passover. Read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 16, verse 1. Observe the month of Abib, and keep the Passover unto the Lord thy God. For in the month of Abib, the Lord thy God brought thee forth out of Egypt by night.
So what we don't understand is that the moon represents our seasons on days we're supposed to celebrate. So after that, the first month, 14 days later, we celebrate our Passover.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 2. Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, concerning the feasts of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations.
You know, hold on. You know what a convocation is?
No.
It's a gathering. So he said holy. Holy in the Bible means separate. So a separate gathering, read on.
Ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations. Even these are my feasts.
Okay, so now we can read about the Lord's feast days. What is in the Bible, what we're supposed to celebrate. Read.
Verse 5. In the 14th day of the first month.
So how God counts his days is sundown to sundown. Yeah. Sundown to sundown. Sundown to sundown is how the Lord counts his days. So from, like I said, this past Monday, we got to count 14 days from last Monday because the new moon, that was the beginning of the year. The new moon, read.
In the 14th day of the first month at even is the Lord's Passover.
Okay.
And on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread.
So what we don't understand is Passover and unleavened bread is the same thing. So what you're supposed to do during Passover, you're supposed to eat unleavened bread for 7 days.
So then when you're doing it, you as a man do it for the men of Christ.
All right, so you said when you're doing it, right? God just said, who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean thing? Easter is unclean. Yeah. It's a pagan holiday that has pagan customs.
Never forget that.
It is on a
Sunday.
Sunday.
Is God's day. So we cannot let the fact that Esther or estrogen made this holiday to make a holy day unholy. You got to just know from the back, it's just another Sunday. And then instead of praising Easter or Esther, praise Jah or praise Jesus or Yeshua.
All right, so I'm going to just leave you with this last one. Read this.
The book of Matthew, chapter 15, verse 3. But he answered and said unto them, why do you also transgress the commandment of God by your tradition?
By your what?
Tradition.
So God says that we transgress his commandments by the traditions that we end up keeping and celebrating. So
in a rhetoric that we've been taught as well. Because I also have a belief that the system changes. And the same thing different.
The thing about the system changing is, the system gonna do what it do, but God does not change.
Yeah,
if you count Friday and quote unquote Sunday, is that 3 days and 3 nights?
No.
Huh?
No.
Just little things like that just don't make sense.
So what is Easter?
Pagan. It's pagan. We not supposed to be celebrating Easter. what are we're supposed to be celebrating what?
Passover.
Passover as the Israelites. So that's something that we trying to educate our people, is that we've been lied to.
A whole lot.
A whole lot.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And we got to get out of these religions, these institutions, these jailhouses, because they just telling our people lies, and they just manipulating our people into staying in sin. Because when our people celebrate Easter, that's sin. As we wrap it up, you got anything you want to tell the people?
Hey, educate yourself. I am.
All praises, Israel. We got done doing Cut from the Streets, LA Live. So Zara, what you got for the people? What you got, you know what I'm saying? What's your final thoughts for today?
Listen, a lot of our people have no idea what they actually celebrating out here. You know what I mean? But we did give them the edification. So Lord's will, they take heed to that, and they don't go out and celebrate that pagan goddess out.
But nah, you know, it's very important that our people understand the edification purposes of this. This is to save our people, you know, from the idolatry, from the sin, from, you know, just going against our God, Israel. We got a lot of work to do, you know. So it's very important that y'all comment, like,
facts,
share,
bring it out,
and subscribe. IUIC Los Angeles. With that, say shalom.
Shalom.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. His word